We are ready.
We're going.
Everything is recording?
Yes, because I'm good at it now.
I'm going to start off with some super gratitude. I am so grateful for today's episode. I'm so excited. I'm grateful for the weather today. I'm grateful for my bike. I'm grateful for bike trails. I'm grateful for a good night's sleep. I'm grateful that I was able to get all my work done. I'm grateful that everybody's here.
I am so grateful everybody is back for another episode of Plantspiration Unplugged. We're John and Stefanie Ignaffo, founders of Plantspiration, and we started this to help people go plant-based for their better health, the animals, and the planet.
People know us for losing 250 pounds as a family and reversing a slew of our own chronic diseases. Today, people know us for starting Plantspiration and helping others get healthy too. People are preventing and reversing disease over here. We started this amazing lifestyle medicine approach program at Plantspiration, and this is about getting unplugged and talking about what we're doing during the week, because this is not how we were living before.
No, not at all. Not at all.
We took the green pill.
That's right.
Is that what it is?
That is what it is, yes.
We're going to talk a little bit about that, but what a week. I want to say welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming back. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Don't forget to get that bell so that you don't miss any of the episodes. And don't forget to like and share with everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
We're here to inspire everybody with So, first of all, this week, how was your week?
It was certainly crazy.
Can you believe we actually watched a movie?
No, but that was awesome.
Finally, I didn't fall asleep.
Yeah.
Finally, I didn't fall asleep. Well, we've been working all week. Big stuff has been going on.
Yeah. What movie did you finally see?
The Matrix.
The Matrix.
Well, I mean, I knew about it.
I got to see it again. It's amazing.
I knew about it. I kept hearing about it. I kept the references. Of course, everybody knows, what pill are you going to take? So I kind of had to find out, and then you had to break it down to me the whole time.
Yeah, I'm talking about with Plantspiration, but we're calling it the green pill for the plants and the planet.
Seriously, it did make sense when just everything is.
Yeah, it's awesome.
My mind's been kind of going into the similarities of. Well, we'll get into that. We also are super excited. We're going to have our first guest.
Yeah, this is going to be an amazing episode with our first special guest. Somebody else that's taken the green pill. We'll get into that a little bit later.
Plantspiration Transformation segment is what we're going to call it.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, don't you think?
Yeah, why not?
Episode 25, we finally got a guest on, and we're excited. And, usually like I do stuff, we just throw it out there and we do it. We have no idea how he's going to get in here, actually, but we're going to see how this works, and you guys are going to witness it for us. This is the way we roll. We don't wait for the perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
We just start crushing it.
We're just trying to make it right,
Almost got to take a breath. That's how the week has been.
So, I was looking at, how Morpheus would be talking about Plantspiration.
Let's hear it. I want to hear this.
Most people are living trapped in a system they don't even see. They think sickness is normal. Pills are normal. Exhaustion is normal. They think fast food is food. They think disease is destiny. And I'm saying they because we have got out of that and understand that it's way more than all of that. There's a life to live, and we don't need to be stuck in that.
The standard American diet is the Matrix.
That's right. Not us, man. We took the green pill. We woke up from this system of medicine and food, and they don't really it's just a bad
There's
situation.
A whole, it really played all of it. If whole food plant-based is the green pill, the food system is rigged. Waking up was hard. All of the things, it was very relatable. We'll get into that in a minute, but first I want to talk about, I'm just excited to be in here.
All right.
We have not had a chance to really talk, and I'm excited that we finally have bike rides. Are we going to get a bike ride in today, by the way?
Yeah, we're going on a bike ride for sure. That's why I just rushed in here, papers behind me flying. I'm
I've
from
got
work.
half my bike outfit on, jeans. By the way, all Plantspiration merch, all the monies go back into Plantspiration and helping us with their mission.
So if you want a mug or an apron or a t-shirt.
Or a shirt that says eating animals is weird. I kind of feel, weird at the thought that I did that before. You know what I mean? That's something, again, I didn't know myself, but now when I think about it, it does seem a little weird.
What?
Yeah, it's, people would freak out if we talked about eating cats.
Oh, yeah.
But they're doing that in some places. So, you know, that's another, how could I relate that to the Matrix?
I don't know.
See what I mean? Like everything's
Eating a cat, that would be a glitch in the Matrix. That's
but I mean,
not
just
right.
eating animals in
Well,
general.
in general,
like
yeah.
we just we're told that this is just the way to do things, and that we should just keep like we need this first. It's like we were lied. The whole illusion is really. It makes so much sense now. The movie and this.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, if cows were the size of cats, I would have a cow.
What?
I
As
would
a
have
pet?
yeah, why
We could
not?
have a
It's
pet
the
now
same.
as a cow.
Yeah, but they're really big.
We
They
don't
have
want,
big
and we
poops.
can't even have them here.
No.
I finally got a good ride in this week,
Yeah, you did.
like 30
Yeah.
miles, but the runkeeper messed it up. So was it 30 miles? Is it like 28 miles like that?
Roughly about 28.
I'm telling you what, I was out there just taking it in, singing my songs, thinking about all my wins with my amazing bunch of people, community people preventing and reversing disease.
That's right.
And on the way home,
And then I texted you.
yeah, but wait, I'm on my way home and I am like, I'm maybe starting at, I've got 10 miles to go home. So it's a 28-mile ride. I'm almost 10 miles from home. And already I'm starting to think, I cannot wait to get home to do nothing. I do not have class next week. We have a week off.
Right.
So a little bit of breathing room. So I just thought, and then Friday is, anyway, I just thought on the way home, I thought I cannot wait to get home and do nothing. So I'm pedaling for like 10 miles and I'm just like, oh, I cannot wait to get home and do nothing. We've got all this food prepped.
Yeah.
I don't have to cook. I don't have to clean. I stayed on top of it so I could go out on my bike ride. Man, to do nothing. I never do nothing. I wanted to just get my little show on, unwind. I mean, I'm thinking about it for miles and miles. And then you send me this text. I'm right over here, maybe a mile and a half. You're like, oh, by the way, we have a estimate coming tomorrow for paint job.
Yeah.
Another estimate for paint job tomorrow. I'm like, what? Oh my gosh. Now I get home and it's like,
I mean, the house is always in great shape, but you know, you got to go around and
let me scrub the
make it
toilets. Let me
pretty.
let me clean all the bathrooms. So my nothing turned into, and then one thing led to the next. You know, let me clean this up. Let me do this. So the house is clean. My work is done. My ride is ready to go. But it was a busy week. Like big dental work I had to do.
Yep.
That had to come in. That started right out the gate. It's just been a whirlwind. How's your week, by the way?
Yeah, it was crazy. Still going. Finally finalized what brand new CNC machines I'm buying at work. It's been like back and forth. This
My head
lathe,
on
that lathe, mother, you know. But yeah, finally got that. Originally, it was like 125,000. No, but then it was like, oh well, actually, we need this and we need this and that. It ended up like 155,000. And I already turned in for 125.
Give me a job there.
Yeah, and then they're like, how come 25,000 more? Well, because
I'll be a
to be able to do
machine.
all of our parts. But it's true. I mean, I'm not BS, and we need that machine to do the biggest stuff that we got, and then it'll do everything.
It's a big production over there.
Yeah.
What keeps you motivated to get in there?
I just love doing what I do.
Look, actually,
Machining, designing, building things, making it cool, making cool stuff with
You've
nobody
always
over my
been-
shoulder.
Yeah,
I'm
you-
the guy that's over the shoulder.
yeah, you've always been very, you know, can you make this? Can you fix this? Can you do this? Like, I'm really grateful for all that. You've manufactured, adjusted, rebuilt, restructured so many things. And I can't wait to get some of this stuff done. You know what I mean? It's just going to make everything smoother for us.
Now we're working on the house, man. I just can't
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
So thank you for that as an anniversary gift. Like we'll do a little reno. And since we're
31 years on Tuesday. That's right.
can you believe that?
That's awesome.
31 years. Who does that?
I don't know. I remember the guy I used to work with, and he was like, yeah, I've been married 30 years today. And I was like, dude, I can't even imagine being that old. That's
Stop
when I
it.
was like 23. I was like, oh,
Could you
what an
imagine?
a-hole.
Let's. You don't say that. Let me just say this. When you say that, I think about what this last 12 years of our life have been like. Completely different. We've gone down a completely different path. Our relationship has changed tremendously. It continues to change and it continues to grow as we go along, and we make these diet and lifestyle changes ourselves. And take all this stuff on. But could you imagine had we not done this? If we were stuck in that
No,
matrix,
no.
what would it look like?
Just a lot more pain, I guess.
We were miserable before.
Yeah, a lot more pain, a lot more aches, a lot more tiredness, more medicine, all the stuff we shouldn't be doing.
It's the system that we were plugged into, and we didn't even question it.
Well, no, everybody else, it's normal. It's been so normalized in public, on the TV, everywhere. It's
True. I want to just say, I do think I questioned it way more than most people. We were, back in the day, I was like making
always
food
tried.
from scratch
Yeah.
for the kids. I was always hyper vigilant, I think, about some of the things that went into it. I was always questioning medications that they were constantly trying to give me. So there was that, but so many people are in a system and not questioning it. You know what I mean? And it looks normal because we're seeing everybody do it.
Yeah.
And it looks like everybody should be doing it because it's what we're seeing on the TV. It just like looks like the normal, but it's killing everybody.
Right.
That's serious stuff to talk about.
Well, yeah, you see the food you're supposed to be eating, and what a deal on this and that, and then the medicine that you're going to need, and ask your doctor if this is right for you. Well, it's not.
It seems so normal for everybody to do that, but it's like the Matrix where it's like draining humans. Is that like the way that they did that? It is. It's
basically using them for energy.
Well, look at it. They're using them for money.
Oh.
Us. I should even say us. Like they were using us for money. You'd go in. It really wasn't about fixing your problems. It was about.
It's all about money.
It was all about the money.
That's their energy.
This
in
movie's,
this matrix.
And yet here we have. I don't know what the difference of the colors is, so that's why I kept saying so whole food plant-based is the green pill.
Yeah, Yep.
Easy.
That's what I think, with the plants. It's just, so we took the green pill. We realized that food can heal. Energy is our birthright. And freedom is on the plate, not at the pharmacy.
Well, it's true.
Okay.
I mean, I'm wondering how many people out there who have been listening, where was your Matrix moment?
Yeah, right.
Where was ours?
I don't know, eating that last McDonald's meal, watching
Forks Over Knives.
Yeah.
It was that was that moment where I was like, what are we going to do? And we went 100% with all 5 of us. It was like, what are we going to do? I was so freaked out. Like once I saw the truth that food was the cause of disease, what? Once I saw the truth, I couldn't unsee it. So I took it. And it was hard. It was hard at first, but I kept it up. I mean, I had some of these motivators, you know what I mean, right away. And then I had results right away. So it made it really easy. But everything that we learned was designed to keep us sick.
Yeah.
Everything we learned was designed to keep us sick and dependent on prescription medications and
more crappy food,
dependent on surgeries, dependent on this system. And what we're doing is, we broke free. It immediately was like, whoa. Yeah. And then it was like our mission has to be, like, we want everybody to wake up and to realize, like, some people want to fight it and stay in it. We're realizing, like, I see that parallel with the movie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, it's scary. Change is scary. And if you're not supported and you don't really know, you just are afraid.
You get comfortable.
Changing everything that you know is hard to swallow.
It was hard. It was overwhelming at first, maybe. And it wasn't just the food part that it was overwhelming. It was the society part that was overwhelming. It was everything that we knew to be true that was not. So it was literally like, I don't know if I have to shut the TV off because this is stressing me out, hearing the opposite of everything I just heard. It made me question the science.
Right. I know.
It made me question the truth. I was like, well, wait a minute. If this is so true, then why aren't we seeing this on TV? And you hear me talking about it every week because, I'm still blown away.
I know. It's like, why aren't you talking about what really is healthy?
By the way, here's a great place to just say, if you'd like to donate to our Plantspiration, to our mission, this is what we're doing. We're just trying to get this information out there and inspire more people to take it on. And we're not just talking about the science of reversing disease, we're teaching it through lifestyle interventions. And we're grateful for all donations, for everybody coming in here and doing that.
Definitely.
It's a big deal what we're doing.
Seriously, I mean, putting a curriculum together, teaching classes every week, and
Those classes are,
I'm telling you,
people
coaching,
are crushing it.
one-on-one group coaching, it's amazing. We've built a community, and people are really kicking butt.
They are. And you've got the Plantspiration Health Report coming too.
Yeah, yep.
So this is episode 25. Do you want to hear the statistics of how many people don't make it this far?
Yeah.
It's really, well, and then we love running on dopamine. I'm recycling the exact information that's helping everybody crush it over here, the neuroscience basically behind.
They're learning that, the standard American diet is the matrix.
It is.
Yeah.
And look at how people go back and slip back into it because their doctor questions them. So then they go home and they think they need to eat meat. And then they start doing that and they feel like absolute
Yeah. Yep.
Then they come in here and they're like, and then I started eating my plants off and all of a sudden I feel like $1 million. We want everybody to feel like $1 million.
Yeah.
And if you're here listening and you're, struggling with it, or you just get in here.
We got your back.
You know what I want to
like
say?
Morpheus.
We've got a lot of listeners. Are you ready for this? If anybody wants to check out a class for free, email us at Stefanie@plantspiration.org. I want to be able to talk to everybody that comes in here.
Or John at plantspiration.org.
You could talk to John.
Cool.
Yeah, email us. We'll send you a free class to get into. And every week we're teaching people the science behind low fat, high fiber, whole food, plant-based, the healthy way to prevent and reverse disease, lose weight, eat your plants off. We're pumped about it. Look what's going on.
Heck yeah. It's amazing. Come on, we're crushing it.
24,000, almost 25,000 subscribers we have on
That's
YouTube.
Great. Come
Okay.
on, that is
that
awesome.
took years.
Yeah.
But the last 6 months has been like supercharged. Yeah. What? 417,000 views. There's my micro wins. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
It's not 1 million. It's not 1 billion.
It's awesome.
But I'm happy when
Thank
it's
you.
5 more. Yeah. Thank you for that.
That's great. That's great.
I was going to say, it is something like 25 podcasts in, 90% of podcasts never make it past episode 3. So that's the winning right there. We did it.
That's
And the
awesome.
ones who do survive past 3 episodes thank you. only 10% make it past episode 20.
Wow. So we're crushing it.
We're crushing it.
That's awesome.
We're in the
you
top
guys.
10 of all podcasts ever created, which is probably a tremendous amount.
Yeah, but that's awesome. That's great.
If I would have waited every day because I wanted to just go to the top, we wouldn't,
we wouldn't even have gotten in here because it was rough in the beginning. I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's do this. Do a podcast. And then I was like, whoa.
you were difficult.
Yeah, it was hard. So
Real
many
bit.
notes, but now I got notes and I'm good. I'm a big boy
We
now.
are learning the method, the big boy. We're learning the method for getting this down is what it is. And it's exactly mirroring what, I'm coaching people through behavior changes.
Yeah.
There's never going to be a right time. There's never going to be a perfect moment. There isn't a perfect recipe that's going to do it.
That's
Don't
right.
you love hearing everybody come in and say how awesome this is working for them, even though they've been to the other programs or they've read all the books, they've done it all. And they're like, yeah, it isn't really about and doctor referrals.
That's awesome.
Thank you. You know
Yes.
who you are, you doctors out there referring your patients to us. Again, contact us at Stefanie@plantspiration.org. We have a doctor referral program. If you're a doctor, hook us up. We've got a code. You can send your patients for a free month to check out our program.
Heck yeah. Yeah, and you're going to see results in that 30 days, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, doctors can refer a month of the program, but if people want to email for a free class, we're for it. Yeah, that's what we're here for. Educate and motivate and inspire people. So it was a crazy week, but like I teach everybody about the Fab 4 chemicals this week, the dopamine, the oxytocin, the endorphins, and the serotonin. Look at how they're putting that together. They're taking more than the green pill.
Yeah, they are.
And the way you said it too.
I think it's great. I mean, these are all natural drugs, and they're legal worldwide.
And when we were doing the Saturday support group, and people are talking about how great they feel about their shopping cart and how great it looks.
Yeah.
And you're like, they're doing drugs in the store.
Oh yeah, they're doing drugs right there in the store for sure. All their dopamine.
You're excited about Tommy being here, aren't
Yeah,
you?
that's going to be awesome. This is great because
Something
he
new.
also took the green pill. I mean, just like in the Matrix, most people, excuse me, are plugged into a system they don't even realize is harming them. That's who we were, you know?
It was constant.
I mean, it was like, shit, what are we going to do? I mean,
What
it
part?
was
The
scary
food part or the?
because we felt like crap and you couldn't get around. I had surgery. It was like, what are we going to do here?
We weren't even eating bad. We rarely
No,
ate red meat. We rarely ate out. We were not driving through the fast food places all the time. It was like a special occasion,
it was
aka a
like
surgery.
what the Heart Association
We
puts
ate
out, right?
absolutely, according to the Heart Association, constant fruits and vegetables at every meal.
Yep.
Fruit was always on the table for the kids. We only ate lean chicken. And I say that
Yes.
with such a, there's no such thing as lean chicken,
Yeah.
by the way. There's one of those matrix things. They've got you believing that eating lean chicken is good for you. That's BS. There is nothing healthy about consuming animal protein.
No.
There's nothing healthy about consuming animal protein. And I got a message from somebody this week. They're frustrated because here's somebody with type 1 and you're in a hospital and they're not talking about it.
No.
They're not sharing it. They're not even having any healthy food in hospital rooms or I can't think.
In the
Cafeterias.
Yeah.
That was a big
No,
one.
no doubt. No doubt.
It's sad. That's
Whether you're a patient or working at a hospital, you're still eating the wrong shit.
I went in there. Like I've had somebody bring me in to talk to the kitchen to try to make some
Oh, you
changes.
got to ask for it though, right?
You not only do you have to ask for it, the bottom line is the response when I say, here's some simple ways, some low cost ways, there could be more fruits and vegetables. There's a way to do this. There's a way to modify some of this stuff. But what it comes down to in the end, it's about the money. They're
yeah.
making money selling all those cookies and candy bars and potato chips.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a hospital full of sick people, okay, that doesn't care a thing about nutrition. And we've got a system that's so backwards.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Food industry doesn't care about health, and the health industry doesn't care about food.
Yeah. Yet they're so related that it's ridiculous.
And
They're
it's
not
about the
looking at
money.
it. Yeah.
It's about the money.
It's about the money, money, money.
Once you wake up though, then you start questioning everything. You question the doctors, the nutrition, that we grew up listening to, what we learned before.
It feels overwhelming at first. I mean, just like
Disorientated.
Neo was struggling. Like, whoa, like I can't accept this reality. Whoa, no way. It's not how it is.
But yet it's freeing once we got to that point of understanding like what was going on. And it's honestly, the whole thing is freaky and scary.
Oh yeah.
Then there's that. I just want to say
Especially
that.
what the movie is really about with AI
I don't
taking
like
over
it.
everything. It's like exactly
I
this
was like,
time.
I'm
So
done.
once they go quantum AI and stuff, the machines are going to take over.
Well, and if
Machines are going to realize we're ruining the planet, eating all these animals, and then they're going to eat us.
if you've got AI, it's not that hard to type in Plantspiration.
Everybody's
What
got
is
AI.
Plantspiration? What's Plantspiration Health Report? And why don't you type
Mm-hmm.
in how do you reverse disease whole food plant based? You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
People got to also ask the question.
For sure.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's just how it is.
it is how it is. When are we going for that bike ride? And
It's gonna
I'm just
be a little
excited.
while. I know.
We've
I
got
know.
these little backpacks on our bike ride.
Oh yeah, geez, we're gonna be jam packed with mandarins and bananas, and I think there's smoothie left.
We'll bring
It's gonna be
everything.
fantastic.
And then it's one of those
Of course,
days
plenty of water.
and lots of clothes.
Well, yeah,
It's
yeah, I
like
don't
you
know.
never know the way the wind's blowing. I didn't care about this stuff before, but now I'm all like meticulous.
Yeah,
That's my dopamine and my endorphins going
gotta
out
be
there.
prepared.
And then that's another thing.
You gotta be organized.
People don't realize that three exercises a week are just as effective as an antidepressant.
Yeah.
They're not talking about that. There's no money in that.
There isn't.
So we're going to keep being out here talking about it. I can't wait for everybody to meet
That's
Tommy.
right. I know. I'm thinking about. just
Let's do the health
hopping in-
report.
Yeah. What? Who's the health report brought to you by this week, Stephanie?
The health report is brought to you by Myers, and I'm going to make that email get in there. It's just been busy. But Myers, thank you for sponsoring us without knowing it.
Yeah. you
We
guys-
love our smoothies. We love the produce department. Shout out to Larry and all the guys who are
and my
always
tea.
making sure we have the best fruits and vegetables in town. So last week's Plantspiration Health Report, we hit 1,660 pounds. I mean, there it is. These are the people that have taken that information and they've done something with it. Our program's a little different. We work a lot with behavior changes, supporting all those lifestyle medicine
That's why
things.
it's not always, we're keeping track of the weight. It's not always about the weight.
Not
This week we have a 10-pound increase.
awesome.
1,670.
I'm cheering for that.
Heck yeah, why not? Of course.
It was Easter.
Because it's better than gaining.
It's better than gaining.
Over a holiday. But you know what a big thing is we got people that have better sleep, more energy,
Nice.
better sex.
That's, hey, did somebody write that down?
I'm
Because that's
serious.
accurate.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
I hear that so many times from people, and just to drop some of the study, when you get that animal protein out, when you get that animal fat out, you literally change the blood flow. We've had many people reverse erectile dysfunction, which is, by the way, erectile dysfunction can be a sign of an impending heart attack. It's an artery that's clogging up. Like John and I tell us, we don't write the research, we teach it. We're plant-based nutrition experts and real life reversing disease coaches.
That's right. And we got people no more processed food.
Wow.
Seriously, less headaches. That usually comes
That
with the
vegan
territory.
junk food can start trickling in, and that's causing problems.
More energy and more energy to work out even more.
People
And
are crushing it.
less eye pain.
See
That's
what I
awesome.
mean? Better blood
People are
flow,
crushing
better feeling. And I get it. Not everybody wants to wake up, but once you do, it's like, it is kind of like that super powery feeling where I was like, I got to get on a bike. Oh my gosh, I'm reversing disease. My energy was up. Your weight's finally coming off after trying for 40 years.
Yeah.
Okay. I started probably at 13, sadly.
Okay.
You know what I mean, though?
41.
Just thinking about that, this is what we learn to diet, to cut back, to restrict.
It's so wrong.
We wouldn't be doing any of this stuff.
No.
None of this. No hopes, no aspirations. For me, no dreams. I mean, dream of
No
being a
hopes
mom.
and dreams without eating your greens, I'm telling you.
I'm just saying, like, this makes me feel like I have a purpose.
Yeah, and I have a life to live now. Like, there's energy, and I just want to crush it and go forward with it.
Enter the matrix.
That's right. I'm going to
Or
let
get
Tommy.
into. Oh, he's here?
Tommy's here, and we are going to.
We're about to do, you guys, you're about to witness our first interview. Do you got those questions lined up? No, you didn't. You don't say that. We're so grateful that you guys are here to listen to and we're live. Like, we don't edit it. We just do our thing. We can't believe this is actually happening, Tommy.
This is going to happen. This is happening. We're going to let Tommy in here whenever he's ready. This is fantastic.
Tommy, I just saw his face.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
if you turn maybe your phone is sideways. I don't know
It
why
is
it's like that.
sideways. How do we get him sideways?
I don't know. Let's try to. Hey,
Oh,
well, that's all right. That'll work.
Even better. Tommy, can you believe you're here?
It's an honor and a privilege. So I'm kind of nervous and excited.
Well,
all at the
thank
same
you.
time.
Thank you. The crowd is just, they love it.
We are nervous and excited too, because we've never zoomed anybody into our podcast, and we just want to say thank you so much. You're just awesome. But how you doing today?
Yeah.
I'm doing fine. I'm going to introduce you to a friend of mine. Come here, Riley.
All right.
This is a young mountain biker friend of mine. We're out here,
Hey, all right.
Riley.
Riley, and we're
Cool.
I'm teaching him to mountain bike, and we just broke his bike. So he's going to go over there and play in his little area while I talk to y'all for a few minutes.
Riley,
All right.
nice job out there shredding the trails with the Plant Master and Bike Master, Tommy. Tommy, what a better way for us to lead into this.
Yeah.
The bikes are how we met.
Right.
Would you mind sharing a little bit
How
of
is that?
how we met?
Well, Instagram, and I was a big giant bicycle. That's the brand I always preferred, and just hashtag giant bike, everything I do, and to come across this lady riding on top of her seat one day, and then followed you. I thought, well, she's funny. You was always doing something funny. Then you kept talking about this food thing, and I'm like, I don't know what she's talking about. But the more I followed, the more I realized you were preaching to me. So I jumped in, and I think I gave you a shout. I think it was your first groupie. Is that right? Is that how that?
It was. You are a Plantspiration pioneer, by the way. Everybody, we're just Tommy's a Plantspiration pioneer, and when you did that message, Tommy, you did this message out on your bike. You said, I'm laying off the meat with your accent. And you said,
Everything feels better.
yeah. And I was like, what? We had a phone call after that. We were just starting the Plantspiration support group at this time. What was life like before Plantspiration, Tommy?
It wasn't well. It was. You want the whole story, Stephanie?
Yes, we do.
That'd be
All
great.
right. So I've never really shared this publicly, so it's a little nervous about it. But
We love you.
I love y'all too. It started, I guess, probably in 2000. I had fought whatever was going on with me that long. Had went in for a hernia surgery because I was having a lot of problems, in that area.
Yeah.
And my testicles are always sore and swollen. They thought I had a hernia. They run a scope up me. A few years later, looked for kidney stones.
Wow.
Give me probably 75 different diagnoses. And every time they couldn't find nothing wrong. They said, well, this is what we think, and this is what we think. I would always start with a horrible back pain, and then it would radiate over to my left hip, and then down into my man area there. And it was very depressing, and nothing ever worked.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many thousands of dollars we spent going to the emergency room and doctors and specialists, and couldn't find nothing. Could not find anything. I'm sorry about my Kentucky accent.
No, it's relatable to so many
Love
people, what you're saying, Tommy. There's so many people with no answers. You're miserable, and you're just trying to live your life.
Yeah, and when you're a male going through that, I'm a diesel mechanic. I've always been physical, a lot of manual labor. And, when you hurt in your back and your hip and your, let's just call it the baseball region. How's that sound?
Yeah, perfect.
It's depressing. And, I'd had some bad thoughts, stuff that, I look back now and just it's a blessing to meet you. And the day that we talked, and I remember you said, you got to get away from the dairy. And I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks later, I'm like, my back's not hurt.
Yeah. Fast.
My hip's not hurting.
Wow.
My baseballs are not hurting. And
wow.
It took off after that. One of the things I do have been diagnosed with is, of course, diverticulitis and diverticulitis, and that's put me in the hospital more times than I could count. And in the 4 years of knowing you and John, I haven't been to the hospital once for it. So I haven't been to the doctor for it once. I was trying to think of my mind. I think I'm 87 pounds lighter since we met.
Wow, dude.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
You'd have to do the math. I'm not real good at it. This morning, I'll tell you what I weighed. I'm not embarrassed about it. 251, and when we met, I weighed about 325, 322, somewhere in there. So,
wow.
Awesome.
And Tommy, to see you out here riding your bike, I'm really grateful that you shared this story, because like you said, a lot of dudes are not going to talk about this stuff, but they don't realize those clogged up little teeny arteries I was saying before you got on here, you can do so much when you just take away those problematic foods. And how quick did you start feeling the results?
I would say probably within 2 weeks. I just one day I'm like, I'm not hurting. And it always radiated on my back. I'm like, I was, raised old school where, we're all adults here. You have you have a bowel movement every other day. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
And now, I'm like on number 3 today, and that's my life, and that you have to get that crap out to feel better. So
literally, yes.
I think that's
Seriously.
why everybody's so grumpy. They're full of you know what because they're
Yeah.
not getting enough fiber. Now you're getting so much fiber. John, you were going to ask him a question. We're
Yeah.
blown away.
Well, you totally. I'm just so glad that you're here, brother. I was wondering, like, the first changes that you noticed after you started, was it like you were going dookie more? Or no?
Immediate.
Well,
Just the pains?
yeah. I mean, it had to. Of course, that all that happened during the great toilet paper depression when you couldn't buy
That's
toilet paper. So
Oh no.
timing was horrible for that. But yeah, I guess that was that's when I really noticed the I'm like, okay. And then um my I've always had chronic shoulder pain, knee pain. My feet have been horrible. A lot of
Wow.
still got some hand issues, but I think that's because I let the arthritis go too far. Probably 90% of the arthritis I suffer from just walked away.
Man, it's awesome.
Give me some fiber.
Give me that.
High fiber. Tommy,
Yeah.
this is inspiring. Most
For sure.
people, and they're not talking about it on TV. Your doctors aren't telling you about it. We've been talking about the Matrix today. Have you seen the Matrix?
No.
Okay, well, we won't go there, but it's you. He got out of it. Like the standard diet.
That's what we say. You took like the green pill and now you're living the life and feeling better, and you see how the system is with the food and the medicine and all that stuff we were stuck in, where we've kind of broke free from that.
Do you feel freed?
Oh yes. I still my thyroid was, they told me, absolutely destroyed, and I was like on a 3.25 milligram, and I'm down to like 150 now.
Wow.
So I do go in once a year for blood work on that. And my last one, my doctor didn't even comment this time on my cholesterol. My cholesterol, when I met you, Steffi, was about 325.
Wow.
Whoa.
And the last one, it was at 99.
Yes.
So
This is what we're saying. Man, this is inspiring.
Nice.
The stuff that's turned around. John, you had another question.
This is just awesome. I was wondering, what could you, if there's one thing you could tell your old self, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
chicken's not healthy.
Oh, ain't that the truth? Tommy, I don't even know. I mean, like, what's your life like now?
Yeah.
Well, everybody, of course, I live in the South.
Couldn't tell.
Yeah. I have, according to my wife, I have 4 careers, and of course, I'm the diesel mechanic, and, do that 40, 45 hours a week. Pastor a small church on the side that keeps me busy. And Lisa says I'm an amateur professional cyclist. And then,
Love it.
I'm also, I'm always working on my YouTube channel. So I've got all these things. I'm always busy, and I feel so much better. I just want to keep doing more. So, but everybody wants to feed me.
Mm-hmm.
How's that going?
It's horrible. You can't, and I love people to death, but you can't trust them.
Well, yeah.
I have the reason I know that chicken, was supposed to be healthy is I have that tick disease, the alba galton, and it makes you highly allergic to pork and beef.
Wow.
And you swell up and stop breathing.
It's serious. It's a serious thing.
Yeah, wow.
And still to this day, people say, well, we'll make you a salad if you come over. I'm like, okay, and of course they don't understand about salad dressings being made of dairy and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll say, is it okay if I pour a little bit of bacon grease on this?
Yeah. Right.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, would you pour that in your drains? And they're like, no. And I'm like, I wouldn't put it in my heart.
Yeah,
Isn't that something? That's hard, dealing with social situations. And then here you have a serious allergic reaction when you're getting in any of that animal protein. Some people might think that you're not telling the truth. You know what I mean? When you say something like that, I'm allergic to eating meat. How do you handle that?
Yeah.
Is what's sad is that people can handle that I'm allergic to it better than they can handle that I don't want it.
There it is.
Yeah, exactly.
If I say I don't want chicken, because I'm a firm believer that the chicken and fish probably is what caused the diverticulitis, because it just doesn't come out naturally. There's no fiber in it. Did you know that, Stephanie?
I think
zero fiber in all
zero
animal
fiber in
foods.
all animals.
Yes.
Yeah, and everybody's out there eating it. It's when you see what's going on now, that's the hard part, isn't it? Like watching everybody, how do you handle that?
Um, I give opinions. Um, you know, some the other day said, well, so and so said my cholesterol was getting high and I need to lay off bread. I'm like, and I'm like, no, that's not what causes that. What's what my doctor said? Well, your doctor's not a nutritionist,
Yeah.
and that's I'm a, I mean, and I explain it to this, I'm a mechanic. I'm a diesel mechanic working a lot of gasoline stuff, but I'm not a fuel designer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I can't design the fuel that goes into makes these systems run, but go to an expert about it. And I don't know if you're a certified nutritionist or not, Stephanie, but like I said, you and John and all the wonderful people from Plantspiration that's been into that in the last few years has definitely given me my life back.
Oh man, that is awesome.
You deserve it. You know what I mean? Look what you're out there doing.
Yeah,
Look
for
what you're out
sure.
there doing. And speaking of, what's your YouTube so everybody gets to take a listen to
Yeah.
it?
Oh, we plug.
Yeah,
It's
of course.
Toto's, and that's TOW apostrophe S Trail Talk.
We'll put it in the show notes too.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Thank you.
Nutritionists are not taught how to reverse disease.
No.
You know what I mean? So nutritionists, dietitians, doctors, none of them are taught how to get to the root cause of disease. That is my job, to educate plant-based nutrition and diet and lifestyle. You've been a part of Plantspiration, this community since we started it. What's it been like watching this grow? Because you are a pioneer.
Yeah.
Well, it's I don't understand how come more people don't do it. That's what I struggle with, because it's amazing that you get and I have to be careful because myself, as I'm like, well, this is just how it is. It's simple to me, but somebody comes in, you're trying to rewire your brain, and
Bingo.
and everybody in the community does a wonderful job jumping in there, saying, well, you got to stay away. I mean, I'm always amazed that people think that olive oil is healthy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's confusing out there.
That's something that still amazes me. But the way that the Beyond Burger and all that, that's great for transition, but you shouldn't be living off of it.
Yeah.
True.
And people, once again, they struggle with that.
Yeah.
They're
like, well, what am I going to eat if I can't eat all these vegan foods that they made?
What do you eat?
The
my God,
the original
everything.
vegan foods.
Right.
Everything in a natural wrapper.
Well, it's what I hear is these classes, the whole program, the classes, the community, the support group, these are all the pillars that help people make this transition. But you toughed it out in the beginning. It was just a one-on-one call. It was, but we brought the community together, and you've been such a huge part of it.
Yeah.
You're such an inspiration for everybody, the way that you show up, the way that you inspire people. It's Tater Tuesday.
Yeah.
Isn't that what we see, Tater
And
Tuesday?
Tommy bars.
And I hear about you guys all week long during my calls. People mention how inspiring you and your wife are, and the impact that it's made on your whole family.
Yeah.
And we hear you. We wish more people would check it out. What would you say to them if they weren't sure? What is Plantspiration to you?
Yeah. It's a great.
Well, is what I would say to them. You only get one life, and do the best that you can with it. I've in my head is what I've done is I've got me there's two Tommies that I've placed somewhere, and one of them is old, 10 years older from now, 65 years old in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is 65 years old, doing that ride the divide bicycle race from Canada to Mexico.
Nice.
So, and that's the guy I'm chasing. That's the path that I'm cutting down. Is it, I mean, I'm out here in the forest right now. It's a lot of work to, cut a tree down or go through weeds and all that. But, it's going to be worth it one of these days. So that's where I just keep telling everybody, you only get one shot at it. So,
He's doing it.
Why not try it for 21 days is what the Dr. Neil Bernard's book is, 21 days.
21 days, yeah.
Not diet, lifestyle, but change.
Yeah. That's about what it takes for changes to really grab hold
But they
and
got to show up.
yep, you
And
got to
Tommy
show up for
showed up.
sure.
He kept
Yeah.
showing up. He kept learning. He kept trying to, make this work. And it is like practice. You know what I mean, Tommy? We first get on our bike. It's not like we're riding 30 miles. That takes practice to get there. Now we're doing a lot. Do you notice a difference in your riding since you went
Oh,
plant-based?
yes, I'm fast.
Do tell.
I'm old and I'm still, pretty good sized boy, but yeah, my speed has picked up so much. I rode with the fast kids last Monday night. I think we done 20 miles in an hour and 10 minutes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What about your
cranking.
protein, Tommy?
Yeah, what about the protein? Well, I stand in the mirror every day and look at my calves and go, I wish the rest of this looked like me.
That's great.
So I'm
That's
getting the
great.
protein there. I just need to work everything else so the protein can work in other places.
You're doing it.
That's awesome, Tommy. Let
Get your-
let me ask you, what is your favorite plant-based meal?
Great
Oh,
question.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
I have a horrible sweet tooth, and once I found out I could eat all the fruit I wanted,
There we go.
that's I come in from the house from work every day, and we have this big container on our cabinet over there that's full of dates, and
Yeah.
two of those things disappear quickly. So that, and I love the Isabel sweet potato black bean burgers.
Oh,
Those
man.
are
The
my
best.
favorite too.
That's awesome.
Do you think this is a hard lifestyle, or do you think this has been pretty easy?
Once I learned how to shop and
Mhm.
and what to stay away from, it's easy. We're planning a week's vacation here in June, riding a bicycle from Pittsburgh to Washington D.C.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah. So I know I'm going to be hitting, and I've learned that when I go places, I just go to a grocery store.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Just go to the grocery store and get me, 5 pound of bananas.
Yeah, I mean, when you're bringing home the right stuff, you'll eat the right stuff,
True.
Yes.
and then you'll feel how good it feels.
Can you believe we started this podcast and how it's taken off? Can you believe this is happening? Like, you've met us, you've been in our house, this is just us being us.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
I
really-
love it. I love it. All the guys in the shop, they let me know. They say, well, we should hear Stefanie and John today. So usually we play y'all on Wednesdays.
No way.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. So
That's
Are
awesome,
they eating
man.
better?
Well,
next question, please.
Well, we want you guys to. Do you have another question?
Yeah, definitely. I want everybody to feel the power. Yeah. How about what's your favorite non-scale victory?
Non-scale victory.
Yeah.
It has to be the mobility.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's I can move my shoulders.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I can almost squat down.
That's a big deal. I mean,
you're like working on diesels, and I mean, there's a lot of manual moving around and a lot of weight and a lot of wrenching and everything, man.
This is
you're
what I want
kicking
people
butt.
to understand. Like, we're getting older. This ain't no 20-year-old dude. How many miles a week can you put away on that bike, Tommy?
Well, it's finally getting back weather here.
Right.
I try minimum 80.
Right?
Wow. Nice.
So that's minimum, and during the good months, I like to do 150.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's my kind
That's
of riding.
awesome. Yeah.
And that recovery, different on plants, right?
Oh yes, yeah.
Nothing
Yes,
like it.
I used to suffer so bad with it might be muscle spasms down here in the south are Charlie horses.
Yeah.
And I don't get them near as bad as I used to. I have noticed that. And I can ride, I've ridden 100 miles one day and then get up the next day and everybody's like, I'd feel like crap. And I'm like, I feel like doing it again.
I know.
So that
It's
is
unbelievable.
That's for real. That's for real. I'm telling you, that's great.
I want to say to everybody, this is results are typical, right, Tommy? Results are
Yes,
typical.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're so grateful. We don't want to keep you from your
Yeah,
ride,
yeah.
and we're so grateful that you took the time out on the trails with
One last question, though. What's like a song that fires you up? You're like gonna go riding and whatnot. What do you think?
What is that? Dr. Hook.
oh, there we go.
Dr. Hook.
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh, here I'm trying to sing it in my head, and I hate to sing. Cover of the Rolling Stone.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
right.
We'll put that in
That's
there too.
awesome,
We
for
want to know
sure.
what motivates your dopamine and your serotonin,
Yeah.
and you just brought it here today. We're so grateful that you made this commitment to your health and that when we say be the inspiration the world needs to see, you guys, this
You're
is
doing
Tommy
it.
Dutton.
Yep,
You're doing it. We're grateful. Get back to riding your plants off, eating your plants off.
That's right.
And this was the best. And what an honor to have you as our first guest. And we're going to keep this up like the Plantspiration Transformation segment.
That's right, Tommy. We love you, brother.
All right. Well, I can love you all too. I can send you a picture of me before if you want me to.
Yes.
I had one at one point in my life. I was almost, I was like 370 pounds.
Wow.
So you can change. So
Yeah.
Just got to give me a call.
That's
there
right.
you go. All right, call
Head on
Stefanie.
over to Plantspiration. One last word.
Oh, here he goes.
What's a one word to describe how you feel today, Tommy?
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
We'll take it.
Woo!
Tommy,
High
get back to
fiber.
riding. High fiber us, and we'll see you at Plantspiration Nation.
That's right, buddy.
This was
Thank
awesome.
you all very much.
Oh my
We'll see
gosh,
you, man.
thank you. You just
Thank
inspired
you.
thousands of people.
Okay, we got some balsamics coming your way,
We're
buddy.
sending you something, Tommy. Thank you. We love
We
you.
love you, man.
Love y'all too.
How awesome.
That is great. I'm telling you. We'll see you, bud. That's amazing. That is amazing.
How do we now? We got to do the hang up part. We don't have
You
a
can hang
production.
up.
Oh, Tommy's
I'll
hanging up.
hang up.
All
We'll
right.
see you, bud.
I wish he
Bye-bye.
was here.
Bye.
I'm getting out on the trails now.
Yeah, we're
Can you
going
believe it?
out
We
on
just
the
did our
trip.
first interview.
I know. That was great.
You guys, you watched it happen.
I know. It wasn't that bad. It
We
was
need
pretty
more
smooth.
of that.
Mhm.
I'm blown away always by his story.
I know. He's just like an awesome dude.
And I worked with him long distance. That's what I mean. This
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like in my house. He came to, that was so nice. You had everybody come for my birthday that year.
Yeah. That was a
They
surprise
drove in,
50th
flew
birthday.
in.
Yeah, that was awesome.
There's nothing greater than hearing people getting healthy, learning how to do it. Like we say, we're not just talking about the research. We didn't write it. We just teach it. We teach people how to take action.
That's
And there
right.
was a lot of action that was taken this month. I mean, I don't know how many people are watching this numbers go up every week, 1,670, and it just keeps going. And it's not just about those numbers. It's really about people getting their life back. I mean,
Right.
this is our mission, to free more minds.
I mean, people are off of a ton of medicines, just getting
Still.
rid of their disease and feeling great and living life like Tommy.
All these guys in the shop
It's
are
just what we
listening.
do now.
What do you guys in the shop wanted? What is it going to take to get you guys to eat more plants?
Yeah, come on, man.
Don't you want to feel better and hit the trails and have that blood flowing all nice and everything working perfect?
We're going to reel Tommy into making a big batch of them Isabel burgers and bringing them down to work.
I'll pay for them. I'll supply
for
the
sure.
food, and we'll make the burgers for them, and we'll do a review. I
That
would
would be
love to
great,
do a
I'm telling
review
you.
from everybody. So are we going for a bike ride or
We're
what?
going for a bike ride. We're certainly going for a bike ride. I'm so glad you guys were here.
I cannot believe that we actually had Tommy here today.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's
The
nice
weather
to
is
have
great.
more
I can't
people.
even focus anymore.
I know, we're going to have to go. It's nice to have people be so real. We're going to bring more people in from Plantspiration. They've been waiting to get in here. That worked out great, by the way.
That worked.
It only took us 25 episodes to get that in here, but
Yeah.
we're rocking and rolling as we're going, practicing what we're preaching and popping off those free drugs all week long. I'm excited. We had a big week. I finished up that certification.
Free drugs at Plantspiration.
Yeah.
Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins.
We did it. Well, listen, we want you guys to join us. Get in here. We want to help more people learn how to eat their plants off, prevent and reverse disease. I know there's a bunch of programs out there, but if you haven't given us a try, you don't know what you've been missing. We've got
right.
Plantspiration Nation waiting for you. And
It's in a green pill.
we don't have a class this week. We are taking
right.
a week off for classes, but next week we start up again with whole food plant-based for kids, how to travel, hormone-related stuff, stress, sleep. Each week we're bringing in not just diet and lifestyle, into the classes, but all of our classes are teaching people how to eat their plants off, the most delicious foods, how to get it down. You just got to show up. You want a free class? Message us, Stefanie, Stefanie at plantspiration.org, and we'll get you in here, and you're going to see what this is all about. It's not your typical place.
It's not.
So we'll catch you guys
love
on
it.
the trails. Don't forget to follow us on our social media, like, subscribe, share, and join us for a free class from anywhere. I had to
That's
make it
right.
rhyme. All right,
Always,
let's go
every
for a bike
time.
ride. We're out of here.
All right,
You
we'll
guys,
see
go
you
get
guys.
outside. Go get some serotonin, get some endorphins, some dopamine, and some oxytocin. Give yourself a hug and text somebody that you love. We're out of here.
See ya.